Huh. Getting on then. One thing I meant to ask. What happened to that Mrs. Helliwell?
Doesn't look as if she's ever going to come.
Oh.
I needn't go.
Don't be daft, love. No sense in letting my troubles get in the way of your holiday. Matter of fact, it's not your cooking I shall miss so much as your company.
You'll be too busy to notice, I expect.
Well, it depends. I haven't got the farm yet, remember?
It's a change of tone for you, isn't it?
Never count me chickens till they're hatched.
Has something happened?
Situation's the same as it always was. I'm waiting to hear from Jameson. Thought he'd be here by now.
Oh, I meant to tell you, I saw Frank Blakey about the gates. He's getting in touch with Martin's.
Oh. Did Jack Sugden ever talk to you about the old mill?
Only that he intends to live in it. Why?
I was looking at it on my way back yesterday. Wondered why I'd want to live in a place like that. I mean, you could build half a dozen houses, what it'll cost to do that up. Can't understand the man.
You should read his book.
That no will. You never did tell me what it was about.
It's the simple story of a man who believes in complete freedom and practices it. Unfortunately, he can't see he's enjoying his freedom at the expense of everyone else's.
What's that got to do with the old mill?
The man in the book has an old mill house by a stream where he practices his freedom chiefly with women. There's a lot of philosophizing, of course, mainly about anarchy being the coming thing. That's what made it so successful, I suppose.
How does it end up?
It's a modern book. It doesn't have an end. Unless you work one out for yourself.
Oh, he was in Woolpack last night. Didn't he come home?
Jack's his own master. Doesn't have to tell me his comings and goings.
Oh, you said he was at Bory Houghton. I telephoned, but he wasn't there either. Not last night, any road.
I'll tell him you were asking when I see him.
Ah. It is a bit urgent. If he wants farm, that is. I've had another offer. And I can't wait over long on him.
If there's a chance of an extra £1 or 2 from Jack, you'll find patience easy enough.
You can't blame me for going to highest bidder.
Oh, bit different from the tale you first told. Then it was doing right by promise to Jacob. Oh, I suppose you'd best come in.
I don't break my word. I'm giving Jack first refusal to the farm, just as I promised his dad. If he can match offer, farm will be his.
And off will keep going up, I bet.
Business is business. Your Jacob has understood that.
That's easy to say of the dead. By my reckoning, Jacob would have given you rough side of his tongue and not naming price and sticking to it. You seen Jack anywhere?
Oh, it's hoping he'd been here.
Not the only one. Harry Jameson has something he wants to sort out with him.
You don't want to be bothering with Jack. You agreed to sell to Mr. Wilkes.
I agreed not with nobody. I'm too careful of my word to agree to anything without it's in writing.
Peg lying down, is she?
She's been a bit sick.
Oh, she'll not be well till we've settled what's to happen.
It's only pregnancy sickness.
Oh, I know that. But the way things are doesn't help much.
I'm in a bit of trouble, is he?
If he has, it's no business of yours.
Oh, well, it's just thinking kindly. I don't like to see folk in trouble.
They will not keep you, in case you get heartbroken.
Watch where you step. A lot of the timbers are rotten.
I had a letter from your friend Mr. Ansett this morning, asking me to have a look at a few places he thought ironwork might be useful. You look as if you've spent night here.
I have.
Oh, it's not the best place for a night's sleep.
I wasn't looking for comfort.
Aye, well, none of my business. I'll get on with job.
You left marrying a bit late, didn't you?
Well, if 31's late in life, most folk haven't got much future.
You know what I mean? 22 is the average age for marriage nowadays.
If it is, you're leaving it a bit late yourself.
And you become resigned to being single?
I've never been resigned to anything in my life. Nor aggressive, neither. That's why I admire your book, but don't like it. Central character anyway of this book, really. He's too busy with ideas for me.
Well, if you're not resigned or aggressive, what are you?
Oh, I just let life happen to me. I like it that way.
If that's not resignation, what is?
Quietism, I suppose. Becoming a monk. I let life happen to me, but I make decisions about it. If I fell in the river, I wouldn't stop there and drown.
You can drown in marriage.
Aye, that's true. But if you fall in love and don't wed, it can be worse. Best get on.
Frank, would you mind if I spruce up a bit at your place?
Oh, help yourself.
I've got a call to make and I'm hardly presentable.
Oh, has he turned up yet?
You're looking a bit dressed up.
No more than usual.
Is there a wedding on or something?
Well, I don't see any
Did
of
you
hear what I said?
What?
Has he turned up yet?
Who?
Jack, of course.
Oh, our Jack.
Aye.
I'll have an half, Amos.
Have it on me.
Ah.
Will you answer my question?
Aye, well, Jack did look in, but I sent him up to your place.
I told Annie I'd be here.
He didn't tell me.
Oh. He's been waiting here since opening time.
Well, now he can just wait at home.
But if you're Jackson... Oh, you sent him on a wild goose chase.
When's young Janie starting?
Oh, aye, you don't know yet, then.
Oh, I don't know what.
She's not coming. Gotten herself engaged to Frank Blakey. Bit of a shaker, isn't it?
Oh. Well, she could do worse, I suppose. Frank's a good lad.
You sure you wouldn't like some toast or something?
No, coffee'll be fine. There. Am I keeping you from your work?
No, no, I can make my own time.
You don't dread a peevish master, then?
No man may fear my frown, either. If you're not doing out on day on wed, I'd appreciate it if you'd be best man.
Me?
Aye, I know a lot of folk here, but I've no real friends. I've not been social much.
Well, in church, is it?
Aye, Jenny wants it that way.
Don't you have any say?
Oh, it means naught to me and it makes her happy.
But you'll be going through a ceremony that means nothing to you.
Ah, but it means something to Jenny.
But it still makes you... Well, taking oaths you don't mean, is it? Best hypocritical, at worst a lie.
Oh, the oaths do mean something to me. I mean, when I say I shall love and cherish her, I shall mean it.
Even the death do us part bit?
Aye, I'll mean it when I say it. It's how I'd feel if we never went through a ceremony. Well, if it don't work out, well, that's human frailty.
That's a lot of claptrap.
Luke, I love Janie. Why should I be ashamed to say so in public if it makes her happy? As for form, ceremony, well, it's just one of them things makes the world go round. That character in your book, what was it he used to say? No obligation when he were nipping into bed with his girlfriends. Well, that's a ceremony. Setting up terms for a short-term marriage.
Hello, Frank.
Hello, Joe. Come in.
Oh, just popped in to say So this is where you've been hiding. Ma wants to see you.
Oh, here. There, give her that.
Well, it's you she wants to see.
I'll be up later.
What time?
I don't know, sometime. Give her that.
Right. Oh, just heard about you and Janie. Hope you'll be very happy.
Oh, thank you very much, Joe.
Right, see you later then. Oh, Jameson's been looking for you too. He'll be up at his place, if you want to see him. See you, Frank.
Aye, ta-ra. He's changed a lot lately, Joe.
I would have expected him to have had sulks about Janie.
Aye, that's what I mean. You want some more coffee?
No, thanks. By the way, Frank, I shouldn't go too far with designing anything for the mill. There'll be no work done on it.
Oh, pity. You changed your mind.
No option. Wilkes has me in a corner. He's bought the freehold and I can't do anything without his permission.
You wouldn't ask for it, of course.
I might, but I'll not be blackmailed.
Ooh, blackmail's a funny word.
Oh, we call it business acumen, a sharp stroke, one of the little ceremonies that makes the world of business go around. Thanks for the coffee. Oh, and by the way, if I'm around on the day you get wed, you can count me in as your best man.
Well, that's it. Jack's made over farm to us. Me, Joe, Peg, and you. In equal parts.
Well, I want now to give it Nat.
Peg's got her.
Now, look, you're entitled to your share,
I
Nat.
want no.
Now, look, you've worked
For
like...
heaven's sake. Are you going to start squabbling before ink's dry? Is that legal? Well, how should I know? But it says, solicitor is drawing up deed of gift. So it looks like it will be if it's not now.
Well, now you've got it between you. What are you going to do with it?
That's the question, all right. That's what you wanted. Now what?
Well, it's not just up to us. There's you and Grandad.
Now, look, I said I want no part in it.
Well, you've got a part whether you
Now,
want it
look,
or not.
nobody can make me do out I don't want to do.
Grandad.
And I want naught to do with farm owning. I'm taking a walk.
Joe meant it kindly, Dad.
Yes, well, Apney did. But there's one thing I don't want at my age, and that's responsibility. I've done with all that.
Well, that's a fine start.
At least we know where we stand with him. How about you?
Well, it depends on what happens with Matt at Wilkes's.
How soon you likely to know he got a job or not?
Well, Wilkes ain't got farm yet.
Matt can answer for himself.
Oh, he's right. I can't know till we know whether Wilkes gets Jameson's farm or not.
And if you do get job, we'll run farm here.
Well, I will, of course.
On your own.
Well, I've a damn good shot at it.
What happens if you're not here?
And where else am I likely to be?
There's that driving charge you got to go to court about. Happen you've forgotten it, but they won't have. What happens if you go to jail?
Been looking for thee. Like how it's a pull up there, not so young as I was. It's a grand view, isn't it?
Oh, is that what you ran up to tell me?
No, it's what you said of the farm, the offer you made, you know. I've had an offer for a Wilkes. I thought I ought to tell you. I mean, seeing as I promised your dad that you should have first refusal, it's only right you should know, like.
How much did he offer?
Quite a bit over yours.
And you'd like me to go over his?
Well, you want to buy, I'm giving you the chance like I promised.
How much?
16,000.
I don't believe you.
Oh, shoot the sin, I'm doing you a favour telling you.
You've never done anyone a favour in your life. You're mean, greedy, grasping, bone idle.
Don't you talk to me like that.
The only reason you want to sell is you'll be bankrupt if you don't.
Oh, who's been talking about me?
Wilkes coming to you to buy was a godsend. Well, sell to him. Nobody else will give you peanuts.
Reckon they're done.
If they're not, machine is. What is up?
Look at that. Nearly ready for ironing, and I still haven't got my hands wet.
Come in here. Best hang 'em out for a blow.
Reckon they'll need it.
We can't leave 'em in there to dry. I can't abide stuff dried indoors. Don't smell right somehow.
Oh, it's going to make a difference to washing day.
I'll see to them.
No, I'm pregnant, not crippled.
Well, don't go stretching too much. Let line down.
I'll mind. Oh, there's Amos Braley wants a word with you.
My Amos, you look right smart. Are you off to a wedding?
Eh? Could be, aye.
Haven't they made their minds up?
Well, you could say... You see, Annie... Oh, don't rat me now how to put this.
Hey, you're looking a right sweat, whatever it is. Sit you down, lad.
I'll stay standing if you don't mind.
No, I don't mind. What's that?
Point is, Annie, I'd like you to walk out with me for a bit, with a view to marriage. It's in way of business, see? Now that brewers are doing up Woolpack, I reckon I'll need a wife to help out and that you'd be best for the job.
You give it straight from shoulder, Amos, lad.
No point in mincing words. It's a straightforward proposition, and you could do a lot worse.
I reckon you're right, I could. But the answer's no, just the same.
Oh, no offence.
Nay, I take it as a compliment. But I've no mind to wed again.
I'll be on my way then.
Aye.
Aye. Good day to you, Annie.
Thanks for the thought. It's a queer world.
16,000's a fair offer, and I'm tempted I'll not deny it. But you was in first.
Aye, I was. But that didn't stop you going to Sugden.
Oh, nay. He come to me. As soon as he heard I was selling, he come to me with an offer, and as a businessman, I had to listen to him.
I heard you went to him.
Not me. I never went near him, and anybody who says that is a liar. Oh. To start with, I never even knew the Sugdens had any brass. You could have knocked me over when I learnt it. Match his offer. That's all I ask. Match his offer and farm's yours. Fair's fair. You were in first.
Aye.
You'll not get a better bargain round here. That'll make a deal on it.
Oh, are you busy?
Nothing that can't wait.
I want to telephone you.
Oh, go ahead. Like a drink?
I'll have a drink and a deal.
Not done yet.
My place is freehold, remember that. There's not many round here as is. Even Sugdens have only got lease. Freehold belongs to my field estate.
Not any longer, it doesn't. I've just bought it.
What? You bought freehold of Sugden's farm?
Aye. But it's yours we're talking about.
Aye. But with mine and what you got already, you'll be in a grand position all round 'em.
I'm not prepared to go to 16,000 for it.
That's the price.
Good luck, then.
I can get it off Jack Sugden.
Then I'll not stand in your way.
You don't want it?
Not at that price, I don't. Come off it, man. Sugden's not going to buy your farm. He's not interested anymore. You know that, I know that. Here, go and sit down. Get that down, you. Then we can talk sense. I'll buy it independent valuation plus 5%. You can take it or leave it.
Why did you buy the Sugden's freehold, Daddy?
Bit of strategy, that's all. Sugden wants his place to go with the old mill. Be like a whale on a matchbox without it. But the old mill can't be touched without the permission of the freeholder. And I made it clear to Sugden that permission would not be forthcoming if he bought his farm. You played it the wrong way. As soon as you told me that I'd only have to match a so-called offer, I knew that Sugden had pulled out. You're not the sort of chap to turn down the chance of a few extra quid.
But it's blackmail.
Don't be daft. Love, Sugden had done the same to me, given half a chance. Business is business.
Not to Jack. That mill house means a lot to him.
And I'm not taking it from him. As soon as I've fixed this deal, he can do what he likes with it.
But it's no use without the land around it. You said so yourself.
That's his bad luck, love. Have you done your phoning?
Listen, Daddy, I told you wouldn't know when to stop if you started buying up land, didn't I? Well, I was right.
No, now, you listen to me now. You're my daughter. I'll do anything in the world for you, but when I'm doing business...
You think you can throw moral feelings out the window?
I don't think anything of the
You
kind.
do, Daddy. You're not the same man when it comes to money and business. You're hard, you won't be beaten, and you don't care how you win.
Don't you talk to me like that. I'm your father, remember?
Yes. And I can see why Jack doesn't like the world the way it is. He's wrong with a lot of things, but he's right in that. It's all make. Beat the other people any way you like, but make sure you win. Well, I'm sorry, but I don't want a father like that. So it's up to you, Daddy. You'll have to choose.
Choose? Choose what? What you on about?
I leave for my cruise in 5 minutes. If you don't put things right with Jack Sugden, I won't be back.
Well, he's turned her head a bit, I expect. She's afraid he might hold you against her life.
Go to hell.
Talk to me like that.
If you don't get out of here quick, I'll chuck you out.
What about farm?
Rusty farm! Sell it to others of mine. I don't want it.
Well, we're waiting.
All right, I'll take 5th share of farm, but only as sleeping partner. It's not for me, and I don't belong anymore. You'll go to Wilkes.
Ah, it'll be for best, I reckon.
Joe'll be better off with a clear field, and we'd only be over back.
Well, not this time.
What about your court case? Supposing you do go to jail?
Oh, there's no danger of that. It's only careless driving. Most you'll get is fine and endorsement.
I well, I hope you're right.
There's nothing to worry about. Peters is, well, it's a good enough solicitor. Oh, it's the landlord.
I've just come to tell you, I'll not be buying Jameson's farm, and you can do what the hell you like with the old mill house.
Oh. Well, it'll not be kindness of heart. Not from you. What's happened?
I've got a daughter who thinks more of you than she does of her own father. I don't know what we bring children up for.
Teach us lessons, maybe.
Saucers teaches them. Too much. That's the trouble. Too much of the wrong things. Looks a nice bit of ham.
You're welcome if you're hungry.
Can't remember when I last had a decent meal. I should have had Marian brought up as a cook.
Where is she, Marian?
If you want to thank her, you're out of luck. She went off on a cruise about a quarter of an hour back, and I'm about to housekeep her.
You can look in. We'll see you not starve. Ready to get Mr. Wills a cup of tea.
Where from? Where did she leave from?
Yeadon Airport.
Matt, will you drive me to Yeadon?
Oh,
Come on, Matt, how about it?
All right, I'll get me coat.
I'll be back. Sometime.
Should have said that to your dad.
I dare say, but 50-50 he could just as easily... No, like father, like son, I suppose.
One you think, too.
Come on, Matt.
I'm waiting, ready.
Where is he?
Do you reckon Jack will come back and live at Millhouse after all?
That depends on landlord's daughter, I'd say.
It'll mean no job for Matt.
I'll fix him up with something, don't worry. You don't feel like selling the lease of this, do you? I'll keep you on as cook.
It's our home. We stay here.
You can have my bit. For a price. Well, I've got a share. I can sell if I like. It's the only thing I've ever had a chance to make a bit of money on.
No. Wait a minute. The way Jack went out just now, it looks as if we're going to be related. If I bought your dad's share...
You can have it. £500.
It's a deal. Now, if we get together and form a proper company to buy Jameson's farm, well, it'll all still be in the family, won't it? And I'll get this as a bonus.
There's half a bottle of brandy in cupboard.
Before you start celebrating, there's just one thing I'd like to know. When do I get cash?
Dad.
Don't you start dadding me. It's sheepdog trials week after next, don't forget.
What's that to do with
Never
it?
mind, I've got an idea about it. Right, cash?
Cash. Tomorrow.
Right, now you can get on drinking then.